I found another use for this liquid mask. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you really quick what this thing is helpful for, that I've come to find out. Okay, so usually when I'm painting my my canopies, I mask off everything that I don't want painted. Right here I've masked off some of the use of the liquid mask on the top part of the canopy, but on the bottom, on the inside, I've used tape. Okay, so most of the time when I'm painting the canopies, I'll paint everything, and then right here along the edges of the canopy fairing here on the inside that connects to the frame of the aircraft, I'll have to sand that down a little bit to get some of that paint and primer off so that I can get a good bond to the aircraft. Okay, so I can get a good bond there. Okay, and it'll stick nice and good so that it doesn't pop off like some of the other things do when using glue over the paint. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. So I put the liquid mask along the edges. Okay, so after I'm finished painting or priming and painting, I can go ahead and just peel it off, and that's done there. No sanding, so that it ends up messing up the leveling on the aircraft and the canopy. Okay, so another thing that I'm doing is that on the pylons here, where the missiles and the fuel tanks connect, okay, right there and right there, is that I'm putting some liquid mask there as well. Okay, because most of the time what I'm doing is priming and painting, and then I'm using the crazy glue to set my missiles and bombs and fuel tanks onto the pylons. And what ends up happening is, I'm moving the aircraft around sometimes, and they'll just snap off because the crazy glue doesn't really give a good bond with the paint, and the paint comes off with it, so it doesn't really look that good. Then you have to scrape off some of the crazy glue to get another good seal, and it doesn't really look that well. So that's what I'm using right now. Also on some of the clear parts here, okay, with some clear parts, I'm dabbing some of the liquid mask on there as well. Okay, since I can't really get a good circle if I'm cutting the tape, I just put the liquid mask, paint it, and then what I'm just going to do is just peel it off. So just really easy. And then what I did on this part here, there's a little part, let me try and clear this up, inside over the HUD, on the inside, right in here. Let me try and show you. It's right in there. Let me get a light on here. Let's see if I can clear that up. I don't know if my camera's going to clear up. Try to do my best here. But there's a little tiny glass that goes in here, or plastic that goes right in there. And what I did was I liquid masked that as well. Then I painted it, and then I peeled it right off, and it's nice and clear the way it should be. Okay, and that's exactly how I want it to be. You can also do that on some of your HUDs here. Okay, if you don't want them painted or something, you can put the liquid mask on there, then peel it off, or you can just use tape. But for me, the liquid mask seems to be okay. All right, so that's some of the usefulness of this. Of this liquid mask here. Okay, on the canopy it didn't work too well on the inside. It just seemed to run and spread and open up. Okay, on the outside of the canopy, for some reason it seemed to work very well. Just on the inside it didn't seem to do its job, but tape took care of that. Okay, and yeah, and also on this rear view mirror here on the top, that's all going to be painted. And then I put a little dab right in the square there where it's supposed to be clear there, because it's supposed to be a mirror. The pilot's supposed to really look up from inside the cockpit, and then look back behind him. So that's going to come out really fast. So come out really good. I didn't have to deal with cutting a little tiny square of tape and putting it on there or anything like that. It's just really simple. Just dab it, stick a toothpick in the liquid mask, and then dab it on there, and that was it. So, and I think that would be kind of useful for some of the navigation lights on the aircraft. Just dab them over with the liquid mask, paint them over, and then peel them off. So very simple. I'm kind of liking this liquid mask for some of the work here, not all of it. Like I said, it didn't work too well with the inside of the canopy, but for other things, it's really useful. Okay, so I haven't tried it against paint. It's pretty much bare plastic right now, but seems okay so far.